What's up, everybody? It's Fireman here, and I'm about to give you guys an top speed tune. This is gonna be pretty much the last one of the Chiron swap cars I'll be posting. Uh, as I've stated in my other videos, specifically for the Chiron swap cars, that I won't be posting the Nismo as of right now. I'll post it at a later date once I get the time to work on it and actually figure out what the hell is going on with it, because I'm having problems with the primarily the suspension on it to get it through the turn, because for some reason it just does not want to do well in turn, even though it was working just fine. And then I think 2 updates ago, I think it was, the tires started acting like they were getting stuck in the fenders. So I just got to work on that, see if I can get it to go at hopefully a decent speed, not like a huge mile per hour droppage, um, but be able to take the turns pretty good. So I'll see what I can do about it. But other than that, get straight in the video. This is gonna be on the C6 Chiron swap, the fastest one out of all of them. I've worked on this one for a little bit, and then I fine-tuned it over time. This one, this tune I'm giving you guys is a slightly different suspension tune that I would normally have. I have a 356 tune. If you guys want me to post that one, they'll let me know. But I'll be giving you guys a 358 tune, because the only difference is the suspension. The transmission is the same between this one and that one. So if you guys don't like how this one, kind of turns in, like, I won't say turns exactly, but how somewhat inconsistent it is in turns, you can, readjust it to be able to make it go better in the turns and be able to more, I guess, say sturdy in the turns, where it won't kick out and, spin out and whatever. But I had the exact same problem with the 356 tune, because I was testing them out, and for some reason the suspensions really didn't matter between the two. But I'll talk a little bit more about that here in a little bit. I'll get straight to the suspension and the transmission real quick, then I'll head out to the track and I'll start talking about that later. But for this one, I pretty much gave myself like a quote-unquote blank slate and tried some new stuff and tried to see how well it worked. It worked out pretty decent. It actually, like, so the ride height all the way down, front and rear, like usual. The anti-roll bars, I had them at 10, but I put them back to 4, just to see if it would affect it that much, but I don't think it has. The compression is at 20 front and rear, and I found out that with the expansion, you get 30 in the front and 50 in the rear. With that, the blank slate that I used was just, I put everything down all the way down, so I had no camber, no nothing. It was just all pretty much slammed. It actually went about 360, 361, but you could not turn with it whatsoever. It would either be hitting the wall constantly, so it'd be slower than crap, or if you try to turn just enough to where to be able to keep off the wall, you'd spin out within probably the first quarter of the turn. But the expansion, 50 in the rear seems to make it more stable. Not like really stable, but enough stability to be able to make it where you should be able to make it through the turn, as long as you don't make drastic, what I'm thinking about, drastic movements. Going to the natural frequency, you want it all the way down in the rear, and in the front, just to keep. And this is going to be helping out towards this stability, and it doesn't really affect the top speed a whole lot. It does a decent amount, but not enough to where you're going to be going like 365 if you slam it all the way down. Because I had this all the way down and it went like 360, 361. And I think the expansion for the dampening ratio had that little bit of effect on it, but I don't think it was a huge effect. But you want the natural frequency at 2.20 in the front. And just for a little bit of fine tuning to be able to make sure the stability for it in the turn was as good as I could possibly get for now. If I can somehow get it to go faster and be able to take the turn a lot better, I'll give out an update video on it. But for now, this is what I got. The camber is going to be 1 in the front and 1.5 in the rear. And for the toe, I have no toe in the front, but the toe I have it at 0.15 in on the rear, just to help the stability, because it kind of needs it. Hopefully you guys got that all written down. Do you guys normally do? Go to the transmission. Transmission is kind of a why I would consider a half transmission flip, I guess you could say. All I did is you take the, you have your fully customizable racing transmission. You take top speed, bring it to 620, and all you gotta do is take the final from where it is stock, bring it to 2.780, and fifth gear should be close to where I'm at. Fifth gear, I believe, is like 0.505 right, when you guys have it. Bring it to 0.509, and I brought sixth gear really low to be able to make sure if I get behind someone, I'm not in high revs and hitting the rev limiter in fifth gear. So sixth gear, I set it all the way down to 0.482. And I didn't touch any of the other gears because, well, you're gonna be getting up to speed pretty quickly. I mean, once you hit, I think it's third, if not definitely fourth gear, you'll be accelerating. Like, really, in my mind, with NOS, you don't really need to hit NOS until you get to about halfway in third gear. If not, definitely like at the start of fourth gear. Like, just as you shift into fourth gear, hit the NOS and you're fine. Like, I didn't notice any difference in the acceleration when you hit the NOS in the first primarily 2 gears, because with rolling start you're in second for some reason, I believe it is. But yeah, hope you guys got that all down. Do what you guys normally do. How to do the track and show you kind of how it acts in the turns primarily. But while I'm out here, as I said before, the other tune that I had, if you guys want it, I will post it if you guys would like to see the other one. But again, it's gonna act about the same. They're almost identical in, I guess, for the stability of the car in the turn. They're about the same. They're almost identical, but the suspensions are completely different. And I don't know why it's like that, but I'm glad to take it, honestly. And with this being 2 mph faster, I'm completely fine with it. And with the fact that they both act the exact same on the in the turn, then I'm not gonna really bother with it. Now I'm posting this just after the update because I wanted to see if they did anything with any of the cars. If this drops down to 257, I'll post it to 257. But most likely, you guys should be fine. Now, I'll tell you this right now: you will be at the very top of the turn. Just be careful on your steering, because you will spin out if you try to make too drastic like that. And that's all. As before, I'm still working on it. The other tune that I had the exact same problem. I don't know what's going on, but this does go the 358. I'll just get back up to speed real quick. And as I said, I will post an update video later on because the other one is about the same. The consistency of the other tune is probably about the same. I'm not really sure. Like, I actually may just finish this quick lap and then show you guys the other one, and that way you guys can just choose what suspension you guys want. But it's, I don't know, I don't know, it's for some reason when it comes to the C6 and the Nismo, they both have, in my mind, they have a very specific range for their suspension tunes. If you don't get it to the right range, it's not going to work out for you that well in the turn. You can go fast as you can, but it won't turn with crap. So yeah, what I'll do is, for anybody that wants to stick, if you guys want to, you guys can, you know, stay with the video, or you just skip to the next part of the video where I show the next tune, or not next tune, but the next suspension that I have for this. Then I'll see you guys in a short while. I'm just gonna finish this up real quick, because I might as well. But I don't know what's going on with it. Like, I didn't have that much of a problem going around the turns when I was testing this. It's just not that consistent for either of those suspensions in my mind. But yeah, I'll get into that real quick. Show you guys. Just don't worry about the tires. I just swapped the tires from hard to medium on the other one, just so I had a little bit more, or I won't say a little bit more, but that way I could actually have a little bit more control, I guess you could say, in the turn. So, but as I said before, the transmission is the same. The only thing that's different is the suspension. So here's the suspension. It's the only difference is the toe angles. The toe angle in the rear is going to be 0.11 in and 0.58 out on the front. The natural frequency just went up by 10, so it's going to be 2.30. The compression stays the same, but the expansion is 50 both front and rear. And then the anti-roll bar, I brought it up to 10 just to see if it would keep the chassis from like moving. So it seemed to work out. It has that same problem where it kicks out, but I think this is a little bit more consistent, but it doesn't have the top speed. So if there's a way for me to like combine the two and get like, I don't know, a 257 and be able to like keep that stability in the turn, or get a little bit better stability in the turn, should I say, then it'd be great. But I'll be working on this as the weeks go on, and I'll post an update video if I find something in the suspension to get to go a little bit better in the turn. Now, just in case, one more time, if anybody didn't have it all the way down, here's the suspension for this one. As I said before, transmission is the exact same as the other one. The only difference there might be a slight difference in the fifth gear, but it's not a huge enough difference to where it's going to affect your top speed, I don't think. But yeah, I'll have this real quick, and then I'll call the video after that. So I'll just get to the turn real quick. But yeah, while I'm waiting to get to the turn, if you guys have any questions for me, post them in the comments below. I may or may not know the answer to it. It really depends on the question, really. I don't know a whole lot on the game now. there's been so much, but I'm learning at this point, I'm learning as the updates come out, so I'm getting more knowledge in how stuff works and all that stuff. Yeah. Also, if you guys want to see me do any other cars I haven't done previously, post down in the comments below. I will do that eventually. I got one car currently right now that I have. I'll be doing a custom tune for in the next video. That was requested, so I'll be doing that one. So this one takes a little bit longer to get to 356, but it does not like to be on the bottom. It doesn't. It wants to stay up top, but it's more planted in my mind. But as you guys see there, it's still, for some reason, I don't know why. Like, I had no problem with this for a while, but it still has that problem where it'll kick out. I still have to work on it. It feels more, in my mind as a support, it feels more planted in the turn, but it still has that, like, unstableness, I guess you could say, in the turn. I don't know why. So I'm just giving you guys what I have for now. Most of my tunes are either just straight up tunes I've put together within like a little bit and it works just fine. Some of them, like this one, I've been putting a couple hours into it, and I'm still fine tuning it. Some of them are a little bit easier than the others, and hoping this one I can get done soon, hopefully, because I don't want to keep on just working on one single car. I don't mind, because I like to try to work on the other cars eventually. I will be posting the new cars other than the new Lambo that we got, because I don't think that Urus is going to be anywhere near good for top speed at all. Like, I'm thinking like maybe 240 on it, if that. But the Urus in my mind has always been like Lamborghini's answer to off-road. In my mind. But I will be posting the GT1 tune once I get that up, and then I'll be posting the R8 tune, because that thing's got a lot of horsepower and it doesn't weigh a whole lot. So hopefully I can get it up to a good top speed. I'm thinking I might be able to get it to, like, I don't know, 300. Like, from looking at the stats of it when it's completely maxed out, it's got 2,500 weight for pounds for the weight, like on the dot, 2,500 pounds, and it's got 991 horsepower. So I'm expecting it to be in the 300 range. I just don't know if it's going to be like with the C7. It'd be great around 310, but if not, I could complain about it. 300 mile per hour car is pretty good. But yeah, with that, I think that's gonna be the end of the video. Sorry, I made this video a little bit long, but kind of want to give you guys what I have, my take on the C6 ZR1 swap, so specifically for the suspension. Like, there's two different suspensions, as I said before, as you guys just saw. Take your pick on which one you guys want to run. As before, they both have the problem of kicking out. One feels more planted, but the other one doesn't. But the other one has a little more top speed than the one I just showed you. So, as I take your pick on which one you guys like to try and work on further on your guys' with what you guys know. But yeah, with that, I will. Also, if you guys like the video, like and also subscribe for more videos. I almost forgot about that. But yeah, with that, I'll see you guys next video.